The rain and the windstorm totally did in these daisies. Well, I cut quite a bit off. I didn't cut the whole thing down because some still were looking fairly well. And there was one actually coming up to bloom. So maybe some more tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But let me just show you what's going on in this raised bed area. Okay, so over in this bed here, I have the nasturtiums, the volunteer sunflower, and buried deep is a Kajori melon, but probably not going to come to much because it's very deep. This here is beautiful. This is a first try for me, something different I like to do every year. This is the black Vernissage. Okay, so here is the seed packet for that. So I'm really looking forward to those, and I have 2 of these plants. Another one right here. So 1, 2 plants. Now, I have them in tomato cages. They are indeterminate, but I didn't keep up with them growing and tucking them into the cage. So I have this little rubbery tie holding the branches on so they don't break, which has happened, and I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, behind here I have 1 plant. Look at these beauties. This is also a new variety I'm trying. And these are the Japanese black, I keep calling them trifles, but they're not. Trifelles. I'm not sure how they pronounce that. But these are going to be very interesting too. You can see the little markings on there too, different type of marking. But they're going to get dark. And they say that these have a smoky taste, and some have said that it resembles a dark red wine. So I don't know, but it should be interesting, right? Then in this bed, I have the seeds that I'm trying to dry up from the radishes. And I thought I had Tiny Tims over here, but obviously these are not Tiny Tims. I think these are also those Japanese tomatoes. And that one too, growing one long stem growing up with the purple pole beans here. So these are the purple pole beans, I believe, and I have those in the backyard too. And they're really doing well. They're way more advanced than these are here. These sugar snaps are coming to an end. As you can see, I'm going to pull those up. And but I still am getting some here. These are little babies, those will be good. Around this side, these were the Abe Lincoln peas, the shelling peas. Those were really good, so sweet. I might even just pass on the sugar snaps. These were the super sugar snaps. I might pass on those next year and just get the shelling peas. They were really enjoyable. I also have some leeks that are doing really good over here. The leeks in the backyard are not doing as well. Okay, and then the next 2 4x4s. Here I have cucumber coming up. It was a panic plant because I didn't remember if I planted anything up this trellis, and I wanted something on the trellis to come over. So I did a panic planting of cucumbers. And I thought I did a panic planting of cucumbers over here, but I believe these are Kajori melons. They're small flowers, just like a cucumber, but the female buds are little round fuzzy things, not like the cucumbers, but time will tell. Maybe it's a different kind of cucumber. I did have a couple different varieties. But anyway, over here I have the San Marzanos and Romas mixed, and they're just popping out like crazy. Oh, look at this cucumber. I'm gonna have to fix that. Keep it going up the trellis. This is a volunteer tomato plant. The basil is getting blight. And so there's 3 tomato plants in here for the sauce I'm gonna make. Same thing with this bed over here. And look, I'm gonna harvest 2, maybe 3 today. So that's starting, that's exciting. And again, I'm tying things up with this rubber tie. Just to hold them up, keep the pathways clear and stop the branches from breaking. Now here I have my tiny tins. Okay, so they're short, stubby bushes, very thick-leaved, sturdy, and would be great in containers. This is the first year I'm growing these too. But you can see that they're just covered with these tomatoes. And they're various sizes. They're not all these super tiny ones like I thought they were gonna be. There's some that get up to like a small cherry size. But this guy in the middle is not getting enough light. I did cut back some of the leaf branches of the other tomato plant to help that out a little bit. As you can see, it's got blight. This is a volunteer plant. Don't know what it's gonna be. And this was the Japanese black Trifelles again. So we'll have that there. But you can see these Romas are popping out like crazy. Cut this back a bit, saved some decent looking ones. Okay, here I have some chamomile and some from the dollar store, the Cracker Jack marigolds, basil, and the eggplant. I don't know if these got pollinated or not, but I also have some dill and another volunteer tomato plant. Okay, so this walkway is getting a little crowded, but let me come around the pepper way. By the way, loaded with peppers, all of them. But there's 2 tomato plants here, and they are determinate, so you're not supposed to trim them, cut them back, but I did not have them secured enough. And with the storm the other day and all that wind, this one fell over and cracked on the other side. I'll show you from the other side, but I'm gonna get rid of this. But these, this is either a Rutgers or an early girl, or that's a Rutgers and early girl, because I had a Rutgers and early girl here, and I'm not sure which is which. But look at that crack in the branch. I think the tomatoes will be okay. So far the plant doesn't seem to be suffering. It's about 2 days old, that crack. You have to trim away some of these leaves. Take some weight off of this and try to prop it up some more. Okay, on my right side, this is a mortgage lifter that cracked pretty bad. The main branch there, and I pulled it together and taped it up really good. I had that happen last year to one of my plants, and it actually continued blooming and producing fruit, so it takes well to grafting, I would say. So hopefully this does good too. So far it's not showing that it's withering away, and I still have flowers on it, so we'll see. So I have 3 mortgage lifters here and 3 boxcar willies. But let me step back so you can see that. These are the boxcar willies. 3 of them there. And 3 next to them are the mortgage lifters. Let's see if we go around and take a better look at that here. Let's see, we got some mortgage lifters here. This is a mortgage lifter. It's pretty big. This is pretty big. I wouldn't say a pound yet though. But the mortgage lifter on the other side is starting to turn color. And that one is definitely a pound. Maybe even over a pound. Let's see. Can't really see, it's pretty big. But these are mortgage lifters here too. Didn't see that. I think that's a Cosmo. Okay, within these tomato plants I have these onions growing. It's 2-year-old onions. This is the 2nd year, and this is the first time they're blooming. And when the seeds inside turn black, I'll cut these, let them finish drying, and harvest the seeds to grow onions next year. I have one over here that I tested yesterday, and it looked like it was turning, looked like I had a black seed, so let's see. Yeah, see, they're turning black. So I'm going to cut this because I don't want onions growing wild all over here either. But I also want to harvest them for next year. Oh, that onion smell just from popping that seed. Amazing. Cayenne peppers are doing good here. Look at all these blooms on this one. And a bunch of peppers. Chinese spinach is doing good. It's good for my smoothies and lettuce. I harvested some from that. And apparently these reseed and come back very easily because I saw some growing in the grass behind me too. Love lies bleeding. We were eating some of these the other day and we like the other ones better for sure. Okay, this one looks like it's caught up in a tomato plant? No. I think I'm going to tie that back away from this tomato plant. So this is just a basic beefsteak plant. Look at that cluster for beefsteak. It's been so humid here, getting lots of light early. I'm just going to keep cutting away and spraying a little bit. We're going to have some good slicers. These are red peppers. Oh look, we got some kale volunteer here. Oh, that looks good. The white butterflies, haven't found those yet. And jalapenos over there. So that's what's going on with my raised garden beds, mostly tomatoes, but some other little treasures too that I'm enjoying. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this little tour too.